Welcome back to the Midlife Grace podcast. Well, I hope you are ready. Today's episode is going to be so powerful. We have on a powerhouse, and you know I'm all about bringing on powerhouse guests to you. This beautiful lady and I met in a beautiful med spa group, and when I saw her face, I was like, she's got to come on this show. She is going to bring us some powerful insights. We have a powerful guest on today that is an entrepreneur. She's a med spa owner. She's a nurse with a master's in public health. She has built a thriving aesthetics practice with grit, heart, and zero fluff. She's known for her no nonsense and take on sales and marketing, sharing real stories of wins and failures to help others build successful businesses with fewer roadblocks. And don't we all need that? Molly Rodriguez, welcome to the show, gorgeous.
Thank you so much. It's fun and kind of humbling to hear you share about me. So I'm like, did I do all those things? Is that me? Yeah,
That's you, sweetheart.
that's me. Yeah,
That's you and
it's an
so
honor.
much more. And her and I just got done sharing. She was sharing with me that she is doing a community project. It's like Dancing with the Stars, a fundraiser. So, I mean, I can see you doing that. I really can.
We got to keep life fun. If we
Yes.
work so hard during the day, we have to find ways to have fun and just let go.
Even though you're looking for your son and your husband.
Yes, yes. Like
Well,
something
I
needs
am
to.
so excited to have your beautiful face here on
Thank
the
you.
show with us. And I just want to know, we have to begin at the beginning as always. We have to start at the start. What's the story behind all this?
Yeah, it's a great question. My story begins when I was a child. I was raised by entrepreneurs. I'm from five generations of farmers in small town
Wow.
Wisconsin. My stepdad was also an incredible entrepreneur. And so when I was going into college, I was kind of like, there isn't a degree. There are degrees now that focus on entrepreneurialism, even at Harvard, but that wasn't a thing, gosh,
Mhm.
almost 30 years ago. So I decided that I knew I had a heart. I loved to help people and I loved health and wellness. And so I decided to pursue a degree in nursing. I'm so glad I did. It's been a wonderful career. I have done the coolest things. If you don't know what you want to do, become a nurse because the opportunities
Yeah.
are endless. And while I was working as a nurse, pretty quickly my entrepreneurial spirit came to life again. And it started when my husband was a union pipe fitter and he came home from work and he's like, something's wrong with my eyes. I can't see. And I was like, what are you talking about? We took him to the doctor and he had gotten welder's eye.
Oh,
And
wow.
he was out of work, literally laying in the bed with his eyes covered for 3 days. And I had a brand new baby. And we had the house, we had the nice car. And I just had this moment like, okay, my husband has a job that if he doesn't go to work, he doesn't get paid. So this can't happen again. So we had a really intentional conversation and created our family vision. And we knew that we needed to create alternative sources of income for our household and that I needed to spread my wings. We both needed to spread our wings and stretch ourselves um, to do things in addition to the 9 to 5. I'm a nurse. I love the 9 to 5. The grind is my joy. But American families need alternatives. And so we decided to invest in real estate. So we have properties. And then when this business came up for sale, I purchased a business. It's called Eau Claire Body Care. When this aesthetic practice came to the market, I saw that it was an amazing opportunity to help the women who are working in the business create a new mindset
Mhm.
around money, around understanding that they can contribute to the business and be rewarded for that. And who doesn't love aesthetics? It is so fun. So
Exactly.
I went and pursued my advanced training in aesthetics and then started injecting and building this business to what it is today.
That's so exciting because aesthetics is so beyond just the injections, it's so beyond just that. It's a confidence for women.
Hmm.
Aesthetics has a strong connection with women and confidence. It really
Hmm.
does. And I absolutely love it too. I have been a skin girl my whole life. Even whenever I was
Yeah.
younger, I was into the makeup and all the good stuff. And I used to be called the makeup fiend, my mom would call me, and I would sneak makeup to school. So yeah, it's so much more. It's so much more than just aesthetics.
It
Well,
is.
I want to know, why do you believe that marketing and revenue generation are just as crucial as safety and aesthetics business? And how do you explain that to professionals who were trained just to put the care first?
Yep. It's a great question, and it's a place that lots of professionals get stuck in.
Hmm.
The aesthetics industry is broad, right? There's everything from lash lifts and tints, which would be more of the cosmetology world, all the way to plastic surgery, and now this amazing emerging regenerative care. And so that field is broad. In most states, not all states, but in most states, a healthcare provider has to perform an injection. That's not true across the country. So
Right.
healthcare providers are being drawn to this industry
Hmm.
because it's fun, it's
Hmm.
dynamic, the patients are healthy and well, and then they get into the industry and they go, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know it was work. I didn't know I had to build a business. I didn't know I had to market myself." And they
Yes.
really have very few business skills, and then they flounder and struggle and become resentful of the change that they made, possibly even their own clients or
Hmm.
patients, and possibly even their own employees. And so, um, in healthcare, our number one priority is providing quality care to the patient safely. That is the number one priority, and that is the number one priority in an aesthetic business. However, if a provider, a healthcare professional, does not understand how to market and drive revenue, there'll be no patient to keep safe, right?
Right.
It would be
Right.
a cycle that you would focus on safety only and you would have zero people coming through your doors. So in any industry, it doesn't
Hmm.
matter what industry it is. Marketing always precedes sales, always,
Yes.
which
Yes.
precedes safety because you have to have a patient there to deliver safe practice.
So good. So good. So inside that, what is the biggest myth, marketing myth, like that you've come across? Like, what's the biggest marketing myth small business owners still fall for?
Yes,
I know there's a lot out there.
yes. I know, yes, there's so many myths. And I think the number one myth that we can pigeonhole ourselves into is believing that if we are an incredible injector, if we are incredible at our job, that we don't need to market, right?
Hmm.
That they'll just come. If I'm the top injector, they'll just come. That is
No.
so not true. Uh,
Mm-mm.
you, I always think about Coca-Cola. Does Coca-Cola have the best product out there? No, but everybody knows who Coca-Cola is. And then
Hmm.
and it transfers into our industry, whatever realm of aesthetics you're in. If you may be the best, but if you're not best known, it doesn't
Hmm.
matter.
That's
You
true.
have to get out and market.
Yeah.
And I go to these trainings where I meet these incredible plastic surgeons, and I'm like, I have no idea who this guy is. And then
Yeah.
I think of someone like High Def, who is from Tennessee. He is a plastic surgeon there. I don't know if he is the best plastic surgeon, but if I am going to go somewhere, I'm going to go to him because he's all over social media. Everyone knows who he is.
Hmm.
And it is just really important to bust that myth. And we struggle with that a lot in our small town. There's a few spas that think they are the best. Yeah, but
Hmm.
nobody knows who they are, so who cares?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you have to market yourself, right? You really do. And whenever I wasn't busy, when I was growing my business, my salon, and I was not busy, I had no clients in my chair. What was I doing? I was downtown at my local businesses promoting myself,
It's awesome.
going in, introducing myself. I would go to the grocery store to grab a couple things, and there would be someone in there. Hey, are you busy? No, come for a wax. So, it's about the service that you give to others also. It's not just about being the best, but it's about customer service and what you can provide for that customer.
Mhm. I
So,
love that.
Yeah, it's just market yourself and be a good person and be good at what you do.
Yeah. And your what you just shared are so many different levels of there is a marketing genius. His name is Grant Cardone. He uses this phrase,
Oh
it's
yeah.
being omnipresent. And
Mm-hmm.
you just talked about an element of being omnipresent by
Yep.
doing the personal visit. So you don't have someone in your chair. You need to go knock on other business doors. You need to get your social
Mm-hmm.
media up. You need to be on YouTube,
Yep.
Instagram, TikTok. You need to be doing podcasts. You
Yeah.
need to be partnering with other businesses. You need to be doing
Collab,
SEO.
collab.
Um, it's all the things so you can be omnipresent around your client to build that trust so that they actually come to your business.
That's true. That's so true. 10x.
Hmm.
10x.
That's
Yep.
right.
I love that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, there's a saying, you show up, you go up, and that's what it's all about. You
Hmm.
got to show up to go up, right?
Absolutely. I love that. That's half
Yes.
the battle, showing up and looking good while you
You
do it.
know, even in the times, I had a little thing that I posted a reel on. It's like even when you don't feel like showing up, show up and show
Yeah.
up as your best and show up looking as your best, right? Just show up even in the times that you don't want to show up. So, can you share one of your biggest business mistakes and how did it shape you right now in the way that you lead as a coach today?
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I have made tons of mistakes, and if one of my mistakes, my
We all
hindsight
have.
can be so much more sight. The thing about mistakes is the first time it's a mistake, the second time it's a pattern. And so if you can make a mistake, catch yourself, reflect on it, and learn from it, that's failing forward.
Yes.
But making that same mistake over and over again, well, that's insanity. And something that mistakes that I have made in business in the past um, are I would get really busy and I would push the numbers to the side.
Mm, yeah.
If you don't know your numbers, again, I'm particularly speaking to healthcare professionals that may move from the world of healthcare where they are for lack of better phrase, a cog in a wheel in a much bigger wheelhouse where everything is taken care of for them, payroll, clocking in and out, taxes, revenue, break even, scaling, all of that is taken care for them. It is very challenging to implement those skill sets into your business unless you are a business genius and have many, many years of experience.
Mhm.
And typically, it's not even taught in education. It's not taught when I think of a business major. I watch some of these business majors come out of college and they don't know the skill set that experience can bring. So, knowing your numbers is smart women know their numbers, smart business professionals know their numbers, and key numbers that are really important are what is your revenue every month?
Mhm.
What's your RPE, revenue per employee? What is your daily target to hit your annual goal? What is your break even number? And what are the margins of your services? Those are vital numbers to know and to understand. I will admit, I am not a financial guru at all, but
Yeah.
having a grasp on those and being able to meet with your CPA or someone who really understands finances that can connect that to the vision of the business is extremely important. You don't know your numbers, you really don't have a business.
Yeah, you can't see where you're going or what's happening in your business. You have to know the numbers. The numbers is key to knowing exactly how stable of a business you have.
Mhm.
It truly is. And getting back to all those failures, if you don't make the mistakes, then you can't move forward.
Mhm.
That failure, every wrong move eliminates an approach that doesn't work. And that helps to bring you back closer to what does work, right? Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And lots of people that's digging into finances can be a really scary topic.
Yeah.
I did come prepared with a reference. There is a great book that was recommended to me by a
Uh-huh.
mentor. It's called The 60-Minute CEO. Everyone should read it. You can read it in probably a day,
Hmm.
but it tells you how to get all of your calculations. And then ChatGPT can be an amazing friend and find an incredible CPA.
Even a spreadsheet, just a simple Excel spreadsheet for the month would be perfect too, you
Mhm.
know? But
Yep.
who, you're so busy in your business that that's a job that needs to be outsourced to someone else, right? Let someone else do that. And then you're
Yes.
not so keyed on, oh, I haven't done the spreadsheet this month. I'm going to set it aside. I'm not going to get it done this month. And that
Yeah.
goes back to exactly what you said. You have to see what your numbers are.
Yeah, I would say over 100,000, over 100,000, having a close relationship with a CPA and not someone you just submit taxes to is really beneficial. Once you get past 250,000, and these are just revenue per employee numbers, it's really important to, yes, to definitely have that financial relationship with someone who understands the laws in your state.
Yeah, that's so true. Because you have to follow the law.
Mhm. Yep.
So, how can service-based business owners start thinking like business owners instead of slaves to their business?
Yes,
That's so
right?
good.
All of a sudden, 3 years in, you're like, "What am I doing? I'm here all the time. I don't know who my
Yeah.
children are. I have friends anymore?" Right? Like, it can be all of those things, and I am someone who struggled with that. So it is thinking like an owner, thinking like an operator, an owner, thinking bigger. So the first step starts with your vision. Uh,
Yes,
what do
always.
you want? What do you want?
Yeah.
How do you want your business to look? How do you want your business to work for you? What do you want to earn, right? Not just maybe
Mhm.
generate, but take home for you.
Yes.
What's going to benefit your family? Whose lives do you want to impact? Is that your employees, your patients? Is it your own family? Is it the community? So, going back and reflecting on that vision, Brandon Dawson said this to me, and he is part of Cardone Ventures, that most business owners get into business for three reasons.
Hmm.
One, they don't like their boss.
Hmm.
They want to create their own schedule and they don't like their current job and think that they can do it better. I'm like, if that is the
Yeah.
worst vision ever to start a business, you will end up shooting yourself in the foot over and over again. So maybe you left your last place of work to start your own thing for one of those reasons. Now it's really time to sit down and reflect, what do I want to create? Then it's so much more than just doing the job. It's figuring out systems of duplication.
Yes.
Great minds don't do everything themselves. Everything is placed into a process, and this is something that healthcare organizations do very well. Um, when you walk into a healthcare organization, you're going to receive an orientation. So right away, we put that into practice at Eau Claire Body Care. When a new nurse starts at Eau Claire Body Care, within 12 weeks, she understands or he understands exactly what they need to do to generate revenue for the business so that they can get the paycheck that they want. And it moves all through the different training modules and safety. Imagine if you did that in 90 days, you could have someone on your team generating revenue in your business. That could never happen if you didn't have a system in place. So
Right.
putting items or jobs that you do on the daily into a protocol, into a process, and then training other people to do that. That'll get your time back.
Yeah, definitely. It helps you to step away from being so pressured too on things coming back for you. It's just like I know for me, um, in my business now that I do, you have to have systems in place
Mhm,
because without the systems, then the business doesn't run right.
mhm.
And automations and different types of things. So I totally know what you mean about systems. So tell me, if a med spa owner out there or a entrepreneur is stuck, she or he is not seeing the results that they want to see, where should they look first? Team, marketing, or mindset?
Yeah, all of them, but the
Yeah,
very first place to look is at your own personal mindset.
I was going to say the last one seems to be first. The
Yes.
mindset, it needs to be first.
Yeah. Yeah. Reviewing if I'm in a growth mindset or if I'm in a
Yeah,
fixed
fixed
mindset.
mindset. Yeah.
Fixed mindset might be like, clients don't appreciate me.
Mhm.
I never have an employee who stays. Employees just want to take things from me. This community doesn't support this type of
Mhm.
service, or this community isn't big enough. That is all fixed
It's
mindset
nice. Yeah.
talk, language, and having a growth mindset of how can I figure this problem? Okay, I have a problem in front of me. How could it be an opportunity? Is definitely a growth mindset. So starting with your own mindset, and there's not a morning. There are mornings, and the mornings that I don't do my ritual are not good days.
Yeah.
I have to get
Yeah.
up, I pray, I take a couple of deep breaths, I exercise, I journal.
Mhm.
That is what I need to be a
Spiritual
successful.
connections, everything.
Yeah.
Spiritual connections, everything, you know? And we always have to have our mindset on there's always something good that's going to come out of something bad. That's the way I think all the time.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's true. I think Jennifer Lopez says every morning, like, I'm ready to receive the good that's coming. I'm like, that
Yeah.
is just a great way to start the day.
Yeah. When we vibe positive, all things flow better.
Yeah.
When we vibe negative, you get those little statics all day. So you
Yeah.
got to vibe positive.
Yeah, that's actually a great way to say it, like little statics,
Yeah, you
little
get these little
energies that are
statics that come in the step in your way and try to take you back. Not happening. We can't let that happen. This has
yeah.
been such a fun conversation with you. I absolutely loved it. Is there anything any advice you want to leave our listeners?
Yeah, that your dreams are worth it.
So
Dreams
good.
are worth it. And I know this is cliche, but really you can do anything. If you have the right mentorship, if you are around the right, choose to surround yourself with the right people. Um, if you have the right mindset and you're willing to work for it, owning a business is not easy. Do not go into business if you think that it's going to be a cakewalk and clients are going to come running in your door. And the first couple of years, yeah, you're going to be working nights and weekends and holidays. It just is the reality. And that isn't for everyone, and that's okay. And that's why you bring amazing people alongside of you to work with you
Yes.
that may not be owners, but might be employees that can see your
Mhm.
vision. That would be my advice. I think I got a little long-winded there, but that would be my advice
That's
that you
so
can
good
do.
though. Yeah, really think deeply about it before you dive into it.
Mhm.
As a over 20-year business owner, I know exactly what you're saying.
Totally.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on the show. This has been
What an honor to be
incredible.
here.
And thank you so much to all of our listeners out there who support this podcast. If you're looking for a support community, jump on over to the Successful Irradiant Facebook Women group. We love and support everyone there. Molly's going to be in that group also. We just a big support group there. So thank you so much for tuning into the show. And I'm just so glad for this weekly show and that you tune in and listen. If you are new here, please do all the great things like download, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review. This is what helps other women to find us. Share the podcast. And I'm going to leave you with what I leave you with every podcast. Ephesians 2:8. For it's by grace that you have been saved through faith, and it's not from yourself. It's a gift from God. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Midlife Grace podcast. Until next time, bye for now.